Meleeing Wyvern is the fastest way to make gold in Dark and Darker, but it can feel complex at first. We're gonna break it down into 6 simple attacks and 3 phase changes. First, we have the claw swipes. These can come from the left and right direction. They can also be chained together in a pattern that lasts 6 attacks. You can of course sit in the Wyvern while this is happening, but you need to make sure you're on the right side. To determine which side is the right side, look at his neck and his wing. You're gonna want to go to the opposite side of where his neck points, and to the side where his wing comes forward. Keep in mind that when the Wyvern starts a claw swipe from either the left or right, it will alternate sides with each swipe until the combo is finished. Next, we have the tail spin. The Wyvern does a 360-degree spin that knocks you back if you're too close. To tell when the tail spin is coming, you need to watch for when he crouches down and makes the right audio cue. To avoid the spin, you need to back up and crouch jump. Next up, we have the ground slam. The ground slam is on a timer for about 40 seconds or 5 to 6 attacks. This means you have to back up and bait out this attack every 40-ish seconds. Make sure you get this attack out before going in after a phase transition. The timer begins at the start of the fight, so you're good for about 40 seconds before you have to back up. Next are the ground ice bolts. The Wyvern only does this attack if you're too far away, but to dodge it, all you have to do is strafe. The Wyvern will frequently combo this with a ground leap. Next is the ground leap. The Wyvern will lean forward, lunge, and knock you back if it hits you. To dodge this, you have to strafe either left or right. This move should only happen if you're too far, but there is an exception. Very rarely, the Wyvern will dash when you're inside it. No one knows why this happens or how to avoid it, but this only happens once or twice during a fight if you're unlucky. Next are his flying ice bolts and dives. He'll fly up, shoot 1 or 2 bolts, and either dive bomb you or land softly. To avoid these, simply strafe. He also has an attack where he backsteps and shoots an ice bolt. Again, simply strafe. That wraps up all of Wyvern's basic attacks. Now onto the phase changes. Each phase change happens at intervals of 25% HP. At each phase change, Wyvern will fly up and shoot 3 ice bolts at the ground. He will then dive bomb the center and begin the phase transition. Make sure you are not in the center when he dive bombs it. You will take heavy damage and receive knockback. Now for the phase transitions. For the first phase, you want to follow him and stay underneath him. If you find this hard, look at where he's pointing when he dive bombs. This will be the direction he flies in. Try to be as close to the edge of the map as possible. Once he begins blowing, press W and walk in the opposite direction. You can heal or rebuff during this phase. For his second phase, you're going to want to hide behind the 3 icicle he fires when he flies up. Crouch, hold W, and heal or rebuff. As a side note, make sure you come out of the icicle as soon as he lands, because he can instantly leap. For the third phase, you need to hide in front of the icicles. The best way to do this is to wedge yourself in between 2 icicles. Make sure that when the Wyvern phases, you get good icicle placement by strafing in an arc and looking at him. To conclude, for the first transition you hide under Wyvern, for the second transition you hide behind an ice block, and for the third transition you hide in front of an ice block. Next I'll show how you can build a Wyvern killing kit for only 1,000 gold, and a full unedited video of me killing Wyvern. So we start with 16,000 gold, and we're gonna end with 15,000. And we're first gonna look for rings with additional physical, get the cheapest possible. All you need is the additional physical damage roll, so any ring does not matter. Next I go for a rare monkey pendant, the cheapest on the market, with additional physical. Same thing for the cape, I go for the cheapest additional physical cape. Same thing for the gloves, except I go for the cheapest leather gloves because the dex is really nice. An additional physical is better than true damage because bosses have negative armor rating. Next I get a leather cap, cloth pants with health, and adventurer boots with move speed. I need a rondo next. Normally I'll buy an epic, but I was kind of running tight on money here for the 1000 gold budget, so opted for the rare. And next I bought as many heals as I could afford with only 1000 gold. So we went from 16,000 to 15,000 here. And buy 2 more bandages. And yeah, now into the Wyvern fight. Same kit as I just bought. And that's the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and comment if you need me to clarify anything. I'll respond.